So today's video is going to be a roundup of monthly favorites and a few fails or favorites and hate-its. I don't really know what to call this type of video. Typically when I do videos like this, I just talk about the things that I really like. But since I came back to YouTube and I've been filming more, I've been trying more things, and then inevitably there's just gonna be stuff that doesn't work out for me, and or maybe I talk about something in a haul or a first impressions, and then later down the road it ends up sucking and I never update y'all. So here we are, adding this portion of the video into the video, this segment into the video, whatever, you know what I'm saying. So I have a lot of stuff to talk about. I'm just gonna get right into it, but before we get started, make sure you subscribe if you are not. If you're new here, my name is Whitney and I am very active on Instagram stories, so come hang out with me on Instagram stories if nothing else, because YouTube does not send out notifications anymore. Instagram stories is kind of the easiest way to find out what I'm posting, when I'm posting, what I'm filming. I ask you guys what to film, all that good stuff. So yeah, let's just get started. So I'm actually gonna start off with the stuff that I didn't like this month, because I'd rather end the video on a positive note than a negative one. If you've been watching the videos that I uploaded over the past few weeks, I've been complaining somewhat incessantly about the fact that I switched brush cleaners, and when I did that, I started noticing a really big difference in how my brushes felt on my skin, and also how they were starting to kind of shed and splay out and fray. Some of these brushes were brushes I've had for years, never had issues with, and some of them were extremely expensive brushes, so I was not at all prepared to see them kind of start to act really disheveled, if that makes any sense. And the crazy thing is, this is not a new brush cleaner to me. I used to use it all the time when I was a freelance makeup artist. This is the Perry and Spirit makeup brush cleaner. So one thing I want to let you guys know about me going forward, just so you know and have context of the situation, I used to be a freelance makeup artist. I was for about 4.5, 5 years. I don't really do it that much anymore. There are certain habits when you're a freelance makeup artist and you're hustling that much in that kind of an industry that you might kind of continue on into your everyday life. And one of those habits for me is I never ever let a dirty brush touch my face. I clean my brushes every day. That's right, every day, every single time I use them, I clean them first. I will take them to the sink and like deep clean them, but on a daily basis I spot clean them with some kind of fast drying brush cleaner. And I purchased this recently after I ran out of my OG favorite, because I do remember liking this. So I really don't understand like why I am so drastically turned off by what this did to my brushes. I do not remember this being an issue a long time ago when I was really into this. The pros of this product are that it smells amazing. It smells like fresh oranges, and that's nice. I also believe it's an all-natural product, but it just made my brushes act so weird. So this was like one of the biggest fails for me. Obviously I still have a lot to go. I'll just keep it on backup, or maybe give it to a friend who is not as persnickety as I am about brush cleaner. But yeah, big fail. Big fail for me. Next fail, this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip gloss. It's one of their, I think they're calling these like star glosses or glitter. It's their glitter formula. I don't know exactly what they're calling them. I picked this up a few weeks ago when I was shopping at Dillard's or something like that. They have this little kind of end cap at the store where they carry a bunch of Anastasia stuff, and have never tried Anastasia lip gloss of any capacity. This just looked really pretty, and I thought it would be super sparkly and glossy on the lips, but let me tell you what it is in actuality. This stuff feels like sand in oil. It is the most uncomfortable, unbelievably uncomfortable gloss formula I've ever used. Like, how hard is it to screw up lip gloss? And in the tube, it looks like it's gonna be kind of like an iridescent, like nude, like peach glitter shade. But what this actually does is it makes your lips look like you have like sugar on them, like powdered sugar. It's gross. This is one of the, there's not a whole lot of lip products I come across that I actually do not like, because to me, after a while, they all kind of seem like the same, but I hate this. I love so many other things from Anastasia. It's a brand that rarely produces things I'm not a fan of, so I was really surprised when this ended up being so sucky. And yeah, this is actually in the color Estella. Okay, it's Estella. So yeah, hate it. Hate it. My last hates for the month are probably going to be a tad on the controversial side, because I just feel like these are some of those products that we've been hearing a lot about over the past 12 to 18 months, and so many other people are die hard for these, and I gotta say, I do not understand what the hype is about. I astronaut do not get it. Not only for the fact that I just really don't feel like they do a whole lot of anything, but they're so expensive on top of that. So I am talking about two of the Tatcha brand products. These are actually things things that are not so much skincare as I think they're meant to be kind of used for like makeup application. The first one is the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. I got a small bottle of this initially because I am very sensitive and pretty much everything breaks me out. I didn't want to buy this and end up giving me a reaction, blah, blah, blah. It didn't break me out. That part of it was not an issue, but this little tiny bottle, okay, this thing is like this big. I want to say it was like 25 bucks. The full size one I think is like 45, 50, 60, somewhere like that. Like, it's not cheap at all. I genuinely do not understand what this does that is so incredible that warrants the price tag at all. Now, don't get me wrong, I love setting sprays as much as the next guy. I have tons of them. There's some I really love, there's ones I don't gravitate to as much, but lately I have been kind of in the market for more of a hydrating or luminous type. To be honest, the Morphe one that I've been using, I sound like such a cliche. I'm on YouTube talking about Morphe all the time lately. I'm so sorry, but Morphe Continuous Setting Spray that I've been using for months now, I think it's like 15 bucks for like a good size little, I wish I had it near me to show it to you, but it's cheap and it works really well and it does what I think this is supposed to do, except this doesn't do anything. I kept hearing people say that like if you use too much of this it'll make you full-blown greasy, so I was like, bring it, like give me some essence of like moisture on my skin, and that's not what happens. Absolutely nothing happens. I feel like I cleared almost this entire bottle. If you can't see, there's only like about this much left. In one application, I would use so much of this and almost nothing would come out, and then literally I saw no difference in my makeup. It didn't matter. I don't like this. I don't understand what the big deal about it is. And the other thing is the Silk Canvas. This is a filter finish protective primer. Can I just say, in 2019, marketing people, brands, can we move away from throwing the word filter on everything? Like, I understand we live in the day of Snapchat and Instagram and filters are just kind of the jam, but like, it's misleading in the first place. None of this stuff has ever actually given me a filter finish to my skin, my makeup, anything, so I don't really understand why they put that on there. But on top of that, I once again did not see a difference in my makeup during application, after wearing it for a little while, after wearing it for a long time. Like, this does nothing. When I first heard about this, I don't know if you can see all the little digs I've taken into it. I've tried it several times. It was one of those things that I heard about it everywhere. Everybody was talking about it. It was such a big deal. I've tried using it in small amounts, big amounts. I've tried putting it just on my pores. I've tried putting it all over my face. Like, I've tried it by itself. I've tried it mixed with other types of priming routines, and no matter what I do, I just don't understand why it's such a big deal. It's expensive. It was in the $60 range. It was sold out for like months before I could finally get it. I don't get it. If you guys have like a tip or a trick or a fun fact about this thing that I don't know that makes it amazing, please let me know, because to me this is just crap. I don't like it. Okay, now that I'm done ranting and raving, let's talk about the stuff I did like. Because I talked about bad brush cleaner, I feel like I quickly need to mention good brush cleaner. This is the Cinnamon Secrets Makeup Brush Cleaner. This is the one that I ran out of and then subsequently decided to foolishly replace with this, just feeling squirrely, and I regret it, because this really is hands down the best brush cleaner I've ever used. It dries extremely quickly. It does not like strip your brushes or make them feel brittle or splay out. I don't know, it doesn't change the texture of the brushes. It kind of smells a little bit like vanilla. It's not all natural like the other one is, but sometimes like I'm willing, give me the chemicals, because this just performs 22 million% better to me than the Perry & Spirit one does. You can get Cinema Secrets Brush Cleaner confirmed at camerareadycosmetics.com, and I think you can get it at Sephora, or you could at one time. This is kind of a basic thing, but I've been enjoying it so much. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, I am very active on Instagram stories, and I have that Instagram highlight thing, and one of my little, what do you want to call it? Highlight categories is skincare, because hi, I'm Whitney, I'm obsessed with skincare, like it's a full-blown thing. I posted a routine on Instagram story where I showed how I take off my makeup when I have like full heavy beat on, like for example like what I have today. One of the steps I included in it was the Neutrogena oil-free eye makeup remover, and then somebody wrote me shortly after I posted it and was like, how do you use that Neutrogena eye makeup remover? It irritates my eyes so bad. And then it was just like light bulb, duh, because literally for, I don't know, couple of weeks before I got that message, I had been complaining to my husband that like my eyes were just burning all the time. Like they just kind of felt like I had something in them, or almost like there was a film over. It sounds gross and weird, and it is, but it was happening nonetheless. And I was like, oh my god, it's an eye makeup remover. So I quickly went to Sephora and I picked up their eye makeup remover, and this stuff is no joke. I think it's my favorite eye makeup remover I've ever used. The only one that I think is better than this is Elemis, E-L-E-M-I-S. They have an amazing amazing, amazing makeup remover, but this one is very good as well. I take a cotton round, I pour a little bit of it onto the cotton round, I press it onto my eye and just kind of do like this motion right here. I don't have to like scrub or rub or anything, and when I take the cotton round off, all of my eye makeup is removed. I do the same thing with liquid lipstick. I'll just take a cotton round, put the eye makeup remover on it, press it gently on my lips, 1, 2, 1, 2, and it's all gone. It gets your heavy duty waterproof makeup just off, squeaky clean. So if you guys have not tried this eye makeup remover, I heavily recommend it. And in general, if you're wearing makeup, you need to be taking it off thoroughly. So public service announcement. Speaking of removing all of your makeup, I spoke briefly about this. I think once I came back to YouTube, I started talking about how my skin was just giving me so many problems. I was kind of battling like this weird breakout. It started in the summer, it went on through like October, and I tried so many things to combat it. I hadn't had breakouts like that in years. Like, I was changing my diet, I was changing my skincare, my makeup. I was thinking maybe it was SPF because it was summer. It didn't end up being that. Like, nothing was doing anything to get rid of this breakout. And then I think it was Desi Perkins and her flawless ass was talking about this on her channel and said similar stories. She was having breakouts and she started using this and it cleared her skin up. I don't know if it's anything active in this particular product, although as far as Sephora brand skincare is concerned, I think Ola Henriksen is the best. Or if it's the fact that I incorporated a kind of astringent sort of toner into my routine, but it's cleared my skin up. Because basically I think what was happening is I wasn't removing my makeup thoroughly enough. Like, I was still leaving some of it behind inside my pores, therefore clogging my pores and giving me breakouts. My makeup routine, jeez, my skincare routine, especially when it comes to removing makeup, is no joke. I use a cleansing balm and I take that over the skin about 2 times. Then I take an actual cleanser and I cleanse it. And then even still, when I go in with this on a cotton pad, there's still almost always a little bit of schmutz on that cotton pad without fail. So I don't know, man. Like I said, second public service announcement of this probably very long video. Make sure you're getting all your makeup off your skin. It's not good for you. It's not good for your skin. You only got one skin. I'm obsessed with this stuff. Is dope. And I don't even think I said what it's called. It's the Ola Henriksen Balancing Force Oil Control. I can never, anytime there is a sequence of words that are very vowel heavy, especially if it's like the same sounding vowel in sequence, I can never say it. Like, I can't say the phrase Moscow Mule. Like, it does not roll off the tongue, and this is what this is doing to me. Balancing Force Oil Control Toner. That's what this is. Basically, it looks like the active ingredients are salicylic acid and AHAs. It's working, man. It's working really well. This is not technically skincare, but I'm gonna like throw it in here because it's like not makeup and it goes on your skin. Anyway, this is the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. I bought both of these at the same time because, like I said, I kept hearing about this guy like non-stop. And I felt like I kept seeing people be like, oh, I apply this with this, and it's like the best priming cocktail of life. Lies. Not lies, but not true for me at least. I hate this. This though, oh my god, friggin' love this. Primers and me lately have not been the bestest of bestests. I haven't been into primers for a while now. I would say for a good year. I haven't cared that much about them. Outside of like adding moisture to my skin, I cannot tell a difference with primer. Pore minimizing primers to me only work for like a little while. I don't know. It's not my thing. But this is different. This and the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream I feel like are kind of similar, and I went on a really big kick with that for a while. It looks just like a lotion, which is essentially what it is. It's kind of like a moisturizer that you apply to your skin before you apply your makeup. It smells lemony fresh. Oh my god. Am I the only person? Lemons, lime, citrus stuff? Like, yes, give it to me. This makes your makeup go on like friggin' butter. It makes your makeup wear better. It makes it look better when you've been wearing it for many hours. It's so good. It's really good now in the winter when everyone's a little bit drier, but even in the warmer months, like when I first got this, it was still kind of warm here in Tennessee. It didn't slip inside all over my face or make me get oily too soon. It's just, I don't know if I'm gonna have any primers in my Best of Beauty for 2018 except for this. It's so good. highly recommend it. Next is the Huda Beauty Filter probably something filter because everything's got an effing filter in it, right? No, this is actually just called the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder. I recently did a video featuring this and a concealer, trying them both together. I was in love and obsessed with both of these products. Like, I think they're very, very good. I do like this concealer. I do. But between the two products, if I had to say like which one is the game changer, like the one that I prefer, I would say this one, because as much as I love this combination, I can use this with other concealers and still get a very, very, very beautiful finish. Mine's in the color Pound Cake. Little Pound Cake. Y'all watch RuPaul's Drag Race? I feel like there's something about this powder that makes your skin, at least my skin, look so friggin' poreless and smooth and flawless. I can't get over it. It's very pigmented. It's not something I can leave on my skin to bake with for like 5 minutes or something, and it's definitely gonna change the appearance of the color of the concealer you put this on top of. It's gonna lighten it. I think this is the best powder I've ever used for baking. The only thing about this that I don't like, I said this about the concealer and the foundation, really don't like this, is the fragrance. Like, if you guys have not smelled Huda Beauty's products, like go to Sephora and smell it. I don't know why it needs to be so heavily fragrant. This is one of those things, it's so loud that like I can't even hear my thoughts over my own baking powder. It smells so loud. Like, I can put this on and leave the house and still smell it on my face area for a good while after I use it, but I like the way it looks so much that I'm willing to overlook it. I'm just saying, if you're fragrance sensitive, be aware. And Huda, if you would ever watch my little video, please consider taking the fragrance out of this. I don't know what you're doing, but I don't like it. I do, because I'm in my favorites. Anyway, Huda Beauty Easy Bake Baking Powder, blah, blah, blah. It's great. In terms of concealer, I know I just said that this is something I do like, but I don't think I'm going to give it the favorite for the month because I've been using these longer and I still ended up going back to them because I love them so much. This is the NARS Complete Coverage Soft Matte Complete Concealer, whatever it's called. Let me just tell you guys that the idea of a matte cream concealer on paper sounds like a friggin' nightmare, but in actual like practice, this is so good. I can't even tell you how much I love this, or I'm gonna try actually. The thing that I like so much about this concealer, number one, I've said it only 1,000 times, I am not one of those people that can use Shape Tape. It breaks me out. I typically use the Urban Decay Naked Skin, and I love that concealer, but the coverage isn't always there to the degree that I wish it were. I really have to build it up sometimes. This is a nice, I would say medium to full coverage concealer that blends into the skin amazing. It doesn't crease. Because it's like a matte formula, it makes everything you put on top of it look really smooth. Everything you put it on top of look really smooth, and it doesn't look dry or cakey or anything like that. I just think that this is so underrated and like overlooked in the beauty community because everyone is so obsessed with Shape Tape. This is so much better. Even when I tried using Shape Tape before, it like turned me into a giant breakout monster. I still was kind of like, like, it's okay. I never understood truly what the big deal was. This stuff, it's so good. I want to go get some of the darker shades so I can start using them to cream contour. But yeah, this is just holy grail, favorite concealer, maybe of all time, I think. And that is the NARS Complete Coverage Cream Concealer. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Supermodel Body Slimmer Shimmer Shape Hydrate and Glow Body Illuminizer. I bought this over the summer when I was really, really into illuminators because I was showing a little more skin. But to me, even though we're kind of in those colder months and you might not be showing as much skin, as far as I'm concerned, having like a lot going on my face, like I have like illuminizing primers and setting sprays and highlighters and all this stuff that's like glow, 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 and then if my chest is matte, I just think it looks weird, honestly. The thing I like about this one in particular right now for this time of year is that it's got this roll-on situation, so it's not something I have to like squirt in my hand and like lather up with and like sit and wait for it to dry. I can just like roll it on a few areas that will be showing because it's cold outside, and it looks, ooh, also it smells good and it looks beautiful. I really do think that this would be a universally flattering color. Anyone could wear it. It's not too gold, it's not too pink, it's not too white and frosty. It's just beautiful. It does smell nice too. It has a slight perfume status fragrance. It smells good. It's not Huda Beauty strong at all. It probably wouldn't even smell at all once you worked it into your skin. Love this so much. There are so many body glimmers that I'm a big fan of, but this one, especially for this time of the year, absolutely, absolutely, without a doubt, my favorite. And I think in general, body luminizers, like if you're not doing them, do them. I know it's an extra step, but it makes everything more seamless, in the words of John McClane. Anyways, guys, I have been giving Pixi a lot of love here on my channel lately. I've been on PR for a while, and they've sent me some things that I think are okay, and then they definitely have sent me things that I wasn't a fan of, but lately, a lot of the stuff they've been sending, I have been loving. They're called the Matte Lash Liquid Lips. It's their version of liquid lipstick. I know, we're over liquid lips. It's been 3 years. Let's move on, I understand, but if you're not totally burnt out on liquid lips, definitely give these a shot. They have that like really pointy Smashbox-esque liquid lip applicator, so it's really easy to apply without benefit of a lip liner. The formula is so nice. It's somewhere in between like that water thin ColourPop formula and the more moussey like Anastasia. It's just it's so nice. Like, it's so nice. It wears really, really well. The majority of what I have, I want to say they sent me like 12 or 14 of these colors. Most of them are nudes. There are a lot of like nudes and more pinky tones. They only have like 3 really bold shades, so if you're a nude liquid lip person, check these out. This is my personal favorite one that I wear all the time. It's called Matte Beige. It's just like the most perfect nude liquid lip, and I don't normally get too crunk dizzle about those. You'll have to just take my word for it. These are $14. It's not like on the lower end of a drugstore price point, but it's not like $24, $20 like Anastasia and Smashbox are. I just think these are so nice. I haven't heard anyone talk about them. I highly recommend them. Definitely top 3 best liquid lipstick formula as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, check it out. You get Pixi at Target, and they also have a website. Lastly but not leastly is a blush. This is Becca Songbird blush. I have been pulling for this time and time again for the past, just hit myself in the face, 6 weeks or so. Like almost every time I do my makeup, this is the one I'm going for. I'm wearing it today actually. I don't know if you can see it on camera. Just the most, like, how do I explain thee? Let me count the ways. NARS has 2 blushes that are very vulgar in terms of their name. Do not, it's not my fault, but I'm gonna tell you what they're called. One's called Orgasm, which we all know of, and one's called Deep Throat. And this is kind of like a mixture of both of those, where it's like pink, but coral, but kind of like a apricot, like kind of gold, kind of, I don't know how to explain it. It's just one of those blushes that I think, once again, almost anyone can get away with. Where particularly in the fall, I've really been enjoying using it. I feel like Becca blushes are one of those things that are overlooked a little bit. I know everyone is really crunk dizzle for the highlighters, but the blushes they have, the formula is unlike almost any other blush I ever used, to be honest. It's so smooth, like it's like butter, and it just goes, like, look how beautifully that applied. It's just like on there. It's so pretty. Like, you can build this up and it doesn't get choppy. It's just such a beautiful, and it's kind of glowy without being glittery. It's just so good. I love it. But yeah, I think this makes your skin look so radiant and healthy. It doesn't emphasize texture, even though it has a little bit of a sheen to it. Like, it's just good. Just saying. Anyway, Becca Songbird blush. It's dope. All right, guys, that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed this current favorites and hate-its, or faves and fails. I don't know what I'm gonna call this. You guys help me think of what to call this type of video. So anyway, I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful day. Please make sure you are subscribed if you are not. Check the down bar for links to all my social media platforms. Subscribe if you have not, if I didn't already say that, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.